Lotus is the smallest automaker to sell cars in the US, so, at least for the time being, they only sell one car, the Evora 400. Since I've got limited track time, we'll dive a little bit deeper into the details once I get on the road. But for right now, let's just see how it feels. And feel is what this car is all about. It's one of the only sports cars on the market to still use a hydraulic steering system. Just the sheer transmission of feedback through the steering wheel and the visceral sensation it affords is almost worth the price of admission right there. Pitched into a corner, there's absolutely no ambiguity about what the front tires are up to. With a curb weight of just over 3,100 pounds, quick changes of direction are, as expected, quick. Brake feel is so incredibly linear, it's just a joy to use. Who knew braking could be so much fun? And on the topic of linear, since the engine is supercharged, there's usable power from about 3,000 RPM all the way up to the 7,000 RPM redline. I can't put my finger on exactly what it is about this car that makes you want to push it to its absolute limit at all times. It's like some sort of vehicular stress ball. So while this is easily one of the most enjoyable cars I've driven on the track in quite some time, how does it fare on the street? First and foremost, unlike the Exige, Elise, and even the Evora S, you no longer need a can opener to get in and out of the car. Plus, the footwells have been widened considerably. In all, the cabin is no more difficult to access than something like a Porsche Cayman. The rear seats, if you can even call them that, are designed exclusively for cargo and small children. But guess what? They feature a latch system, so you can install a car seat in your Lotus. The trunk area is predictably tight, though Lotus claims it can still accommodate a bag of golf clubs. Okay, so let's get into the details. Motivation comes courtesy of a Toyota-sourced 3.5-liter V6 that, thanks to an air and liquid-cooled supercharger, produces 400 horsepower, 302 pound-feet of torque, and this sound. It also yields a 0 to 60 time of about 4.1 seconds and an aerodynamically limited top speed of 186 miles an hour. Although it may go against Lotus's purist philosophy, a rear-limited slip differential has been added to ensure all that power makes it to the ground. And it works. There's also a 4-mode traction control system with normal, sport, race, and of course, full off settings. And I gotta say, in normal driving conditions, even on less than perfect pavement like this, the Evora is totally livable. There is a noticeable exhaust drone on the highway, but noise suppression overall is pretty good for such a lightweight package. And ride quality is perfectly acceptable. Yes, it's firm, but it is by no means harsh. It's weirdly comfortable. Adding to the experience is a 6-speed manual transmission whose positive gear changes and short throws make it an absolute joy to operate. The Evora also comes fairly well equipped in base form, relatively speaking. Standard equipment consists of 4-way heated Sparco race seats that are soft and supportive enough for daily driving, 4 airbags, a 4-speaker audio system that sounds like a 4-speaker audio system, bi-xenon headlights, a backup camera, and a cup holder. Make that 2. The audio system is a basic aftermarket Alpine system, but because it's a simple double-din unit, you can swap it out on your own for a more advanced CarPlay and Android Auto equipped unit for around $800. Notable factory options include a titanium exhaust system, leather or Alcantara packages that wrap most of the interior in Alcantara or leather, an upgraded sound system with a subwoofer, cruise control, and an oil-cooled 6-speed automatic transmission that can click off gear changes in about 100 milliseconds. That said, there is a perceivable communication delay between the paddle shifters and the gearbox. With a dealership network comprised of 49 stores across the country, combined with what is arguably the most reliable powertrain in the world of exotics, the Evora 400 is, despite its price tag, genuinely recommendable. Yes, it starts around $93,000, but as the only mid-engine 4-seat performance car on the market, not to mention its utterly engaging personality, this is an exotic you can probably justify.